Hello, everybody. Well, we're trucking on, and it's still just a 4-day work week this week, not counting in service. And I just hope that we all have the stamina to do it, since we certainly haven't needed it since Christmas break, have we? But I'm glad to welcome everybody back. I hope you enjoyed your time in the snow. I know I certainly enjoyed seeing all the pictures going around, and more importantly than the sharing of the pictures was, I thought, the sharing of the collegiality that we were away from work, and as a faculty, we still connected. So to me, that just spoke volumes of the quality of folks and relationships that we've got going on faculty. So while the in-service for principals tomorrow is all about managing change in your organization and building team and culture, and it might sound arrogant, but I think that's one place that we at the LNN pretty much have a good grasp on. So thank you for being who you are and working with us the way you do. So this week, as I said, Monday morning, your supervisor should have already told you where you're going to be. In the afternoon, you are expected back at school. All three administrators will be at the retreat, which is in Gatlinburg, so none of us will be around the building, but Kathy Coley is the teacher in charge, and she's the one whose central office will call if they need anything, and likewise if you need anything. And then you guys all have our cell phone numbers. Text us if you need anything. And it's pretty much, let's just get down to getting back in the groove, getting the kids back into lessons, making up for lost time from those snow days. So there's nothing going on during the day, but I will remind you that Thursday there is an event that the system sponsors for 8th graders across the entire system. They call it Career Night, but they have all the high schools in the system also have booths there, and the idea is it's a chance for us to highlight how we can help prepare them for the careers they want. So it's a time for us to really highlight how we prepare students for STEM careers. The time for the exhibit is 4 to 7. Tressy's kind of organizing the thing. I believe we have the robot from the robotics team, or a robot, ready to go over. But if anybody is open in that time frame, I know she would appreciate the help, and we'll all pitch in and try to see what we can do with that. And the other thing going on this week, of course, is early release this Wednesday, which we will leave for you with your content areas, because we really need to finish up course requests from the teachers. So it'll be time for you to make sure that your department has gone through and made your recommendations for the level placement for students. Then a couple things just to make you aware of that are coming up calendar-wise. Saturday, March the 1st is the postponed Student Space Exploration Program kickoff. We picked up a new and quite prominent partner in UT's Earth and Planetary Sciences. I look forward to us actually cultivating some benefits for our school out of that partnership. We had a great meeting with Dr. Larry Taylor, who is one of the Professor Emeritus status, last week, and he was really excited about what we're planning to do. And like I said, I think it'll spin off into some benefits for all of us and our students, specifically at the LNN. That time will be that's the same morning as the race for the run for the schools. And looking at the time it's scheduled, we've moved the kickoff thing till 11 to 1, and then the Magic Card Tournament will also be at our school from 2 to 6 on the same day. So busy day, Saturday, March 1st. Mark your calendars. In school on Tuesday, March 4th, we'll be giving the ACT for all juniors. It will be in the morning. It will actually start before school technically starts, and we'll be displacing, if you meet in the depot in the morning, you will not have access to your classroom. If your workspace is in the depot, you will not have access to your workspace after 8 a.m. on Tuesday, March 4th. So plan ahead and be ready for that. And then on Tuesday night, March 11th, at 6:30 p.m., our PTSA is sponsoring a program called Cyber Citizen, and they have rounded up a college recruiter, a business recruiter like a headhunter, a military recruiter, and they're all talking about how digital footprints are part of their hiring and screening processes for their respective places. And the idea is to teach our kids that, this stuff is permanent and other people can see it. And also it's their attempt to help educate other parents about what's out there on the internet and what their students could or couldn't be doing on the internet. So I hope you'll mark your calendars to come for the program. It looks like it'll be really interesting, and I'd really like to support our PTSA. And I just wanted to get it to you so you could get it on your calendar. Again, time to think about summer reading. If you want to do anything different than you've done in the past, we need to go through the new vetting process for it. The placemat review, it's a thing where it asks about the Lexile score for the reading level of what you're looking at. A couple comments about why you chose it and its applicability towards the coursework. If you have questions about that tool, Trustee Norton can guide you through it. Again, I haven't heard any feedback on the Google Salon idea, just the idea of an informal gathering of faculty on Friday mornings, not required, just having it on the calendar so people know to expect it and know that it's there and that it's happening. So, what does it need to look like in order to be beneficial? What do we need to be sure we avoid? Just general thoughts. Then, since we didn't get a chance to talk about it at our early release faculty meeting this past week, I'd really like to hear your thoughts about the article I sent out. I contacted the school in Florida that was featured in the article, that principal, and asked about a few more specific pros and cons. How did you discipline those that were not where they were supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, that sort of thing. And I'll share that with you next faculty meeting we have. In the meantime, first, rest assured, the way they did it is not exactly the way I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking more about patterning it more like what you'll find at geniushour.com. So if you haven't been there yet, take a minute, look around that website, and think about how that might look for our students. Last reminder, March 1st is the deadline for us. If you are writing or resubmitting a special course, remember you have to submit for 3 years in a row before it becomes a permanent part of the course catalog. So if you need to resubmit, or if you've got a new course that you'd like to propose, we have to have it to your content supervisor by March the 1st. If you need another copy of the application or just need some help working through it, give me a shout. I'm happy to help out any way that I can. And that's pretty much it. So I hope everybody has had a good chance to rest and rejuvenate. And if you're like me, I had all that time that I could have been doing schoolwork and getting ahead, and my body just used it to decompress. So I am completely decompressed and without volume, and I'm ready to come back to school and get filled up again. So it's time to start that race to spring break and then prom and graduation. And those of you who've taught high school for any amount of time know that we're going to turn around, blink, and it will be the last day of school. So hang on for the spring semester, and remember, reach out. We're a team. We'll all get through it, but we'll only get through it if we hang on together. Have a great